we think of artificial intelligence systems, we tend to think of in terms of IQ. IQ is problematic because it describes the competence of humans to learn things. And if you look at the IQ test, it consists of information neutral ability to process information. For example, it doesn't test how much knowledge you have accumulated about human history, how much you have read, and how much you have experienced. These things are not, these things are perpendicular to what IQ is. IQ is, as I said, information neutral ability to process things, process tasks, and so on. And that is great thing to consider. But it stays kind of flat during the life of a human. So from age, for example, 10 to 12 to 13, 14, and then 20, 30, the IQ stays flat, no matter how much you have learned. But on the other hand, the ability to make judgment about the world, or to apply your world model to events that are happening around you, you have to have an accumulation of data in your mind, whether you are an artificial intelligence or natural intelligence, and that doesn't, you know, that aren't those things are not reflected in the IQ measure. IQ measure is independent of the chunk of data that you have specifically within your system. So when we talk about AGI and ASI, probably we need to start thinking in terms of data acquisition rather than the information neutral ability to process information per se, because that's a great idea. But as long as we are talking about information neutral processing abilities, we need to talk in terms of the potential ability of AGI and ASI to compute things, potential abilities. But we probably would be better off if we start thinking about the specific chunk of information that have been accumulated in AGI and SI, and how well these systems would be able to process this information and make judgments based on the world models. I think there's this huge gap between what is actually happening in AI today and the ideology of IQ. I think the ideology of IQ is very limited in projecting the trajectory of AGI and SI from here.